you call like racketeering and mafia activity organized crime, but how is this any different?
History is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now or learn the stuff they don't want you to know.
All right, here is the headline. It comes to us from Kaya Armstrong, reporting for ABC Channel 4, The Fightin' Four, out of Ogden, Utah, and it was published on June 10th, 2022. Here's the title. Utah Bank flagged for issuing 189% interest loans through auto repair shops. You heard that right. 189% interest loans. Huh. Okay. So just really quickly, just for the example, before I even give you the details here, let's take that $1,000 again. Let's multiply it by 1.86. Oh, so that's $1,860 that we owe on top of the $1,000 that we borrowed.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And it's like big chains that are associated with this, right?
Oh, buddy.
Like Amco and Jiffy Lube and Meineke.
Yes. Yes. So let me just give you all the details you need to know so you can look this up and not fall prey to one of these predators. There is a company. It is called Easy Pay Finance. It offers loans out of a ton of auto repair shops and furniture shops, by the way. There are a bunch of furniture shops we're not even going to mention today, but beware of it. Look for, in particular, Easy Pay Finance. They're by no means the only actor that is doing this kind of thing, but they are one that we've identified that we can look at and be aware of. They offer loans out of Amco, like you said, Noel, Big O Tires, Grease Monkey, Jiffy Lube, which is very common, Meineke, very common, Midas, and Precision Tune Auto Care, which kills me because there's a Precision Tune down the street that I have been going to for years, and I absolutely love every human being that works in there, but it just kills me knowing that at some of them, this entity, Easy Pay, is offering these predatory loans.
And, also in the defense of some of the folks working at these places, people who are our fellow conspiracy realists, some of them work at these places. And often, because this is a third-party thing, they're not aware of the profound peril that is, I'm going to lean into the alliteration, of the profound peril that is posed by this paperwork. And
well,
it really is.
I guarantee you the managers know.
Oh, the manager 100% knows. Yeah, 100%.
They're getting calls, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a call when you realize, oh, wait, I owe almost twice as much as I borrowed.
And a lot of people don't recreationally take care of their cars. They're only there when something has become a problem with the vehicle rather than maintenance. So what do you say over at Big O Tires when you need your car to go somewhere, as you established, Matt, and now you don't have tires? You're in the parking lot of a place that will sell you tires, and you might not like the deal, but your only other option is to get a tow truck to take you to another place that will hopefully have a better deal.
Yeah,
and that starts adding up, and let's say you rely on your vehicle for work, which you likely do, and you're paid hourly. The more time off from work you have, the less money you have coming in. So it becomes this whole kind of vicious cycle. So you really just oftentimes have to go for what's there and present it to you.
Yep. I can't get to work to make the money I need to pay off this expense that I have. And if I don't get to work, I might get fired. It's very likely that especially if I miss one or two shifts, I might get fired. And then I've got this loan that I can't pay back and I can't make any money to pay it back. It's a real terrible situation that any individual person or family can get themselves into. And the worst part about it is, guys, is that many people don't know when they are signing one of these loans.
Right.
And it looks really great on paper because it's that specific 90-day full interest rebate that is offered. and it's really hard to actually get that thing to work. We know this, guys, because of the National Consumer Law Center. In May of this year, they put out a release titled Consumer Alert: Deceptive Auto Repair Financing Practices. You can look that up. You can find it easily through a search online. And in here, you can read all the details. You can read about that 189% interest rate that shoots up. It shoots up there all of a sudden after, you get past those 90 days. How there's generally a $40 I forget what they call it. I actually went to the website of easypayfinance.com and read about it. There's a $40 payment you have to make after you finalize all your payments off your loan. It's like a processing fee or something you have to pay.
Right.
But you have to know you need to pay it.
Right.
And if you don't pay it, debt collectors will come after you, and it becomes this whole snowballing thing.
Debt collection
so essentially,
industry.
like, it negates the terms. Like, you are in breach from this hidden fee that you didn't pay. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you can't afford a lawyer to defend you. Poverty is expensive. Being poor is so much more expensive than being well-to-do. And this is just kind of related, but I'm glad to have a chance to talk about this just very briefly. I love recommending books. One of the most infuriating books I read back in the day when I was going to be working in a different field. It was a fantastic book called Nickel and Dimed by Barbara Ehrenreich. And I think, Matt, you have a copy as well?
If you want to read it, it's right here. It looks like this.
It is
that's her name.
Yeah. It is a brilliant and again, damning illustration of just how dangerous a lot of this stuff can be and how difficult it is for the average person to get by here in the US. So you're not going to have money for a lawyer if you already didn't have money for, tires. And people know this, and they have no compunctions about taking brutal advantage of these disadvantaged folks.
Exactly. And you may think to yourself, gosh, guys, that sounds illegal. Guess what? It is. It's illegal for a company like EasyPay Financial to offer that kind of loan and then charge that kind of percentage rate. It's on a state-by-state basis. There's generally caps on the amount of interest that a company like that can charge. But there's a loophole. See, banks, they can get away with different interest rates. They can finagle the system a little bit because they've got different rules. They're not a company, they're a bank. So what EasyPay Finance does is works with a very specific bank out of Utah called TAB Bank, TABBANK. It stands for Transportation Alliance Bank Incorporated. And that bank is actually the one that's issuing these loans. And it's a little legal loophole that they can get around. There have been recent lawsuits against companies that are doing this kind of predatory lending, very recent actually, and I would just recommend you go to nclc.org. You can read about some of those and the consequences that other entities have experienced.
You call like racketeering and mafia activity organized crime, but how is this any different? It's like the same as like protection or whatever payments. Like you are a vulnerable individual who needs a service to live, and these predatory lenders are essentially putting you in a situation where maybe they're not going to burn your house down, but they're going to wreck your credit. Putting you, I mean, it's like absolutely, you're already obviously probably don't have the best credit if you're even entertaining something like this. But they're capitalizing on that to an absurdly abusive and frankly sociopathic degree.